friends, welcome back to Essence Homestead. Today I'm going to tell you 10 reasons why being a lazy tomato preserver is totally okay, and I think my new favorite thing. Okay, we're gonna do this as a countdown. So reason number 10 why being a lazy tomato preserver is totally okay is in the winter when it is freezing out in Wisconsin, I am passively heating my house, running my stove, instead of in the summertime when I'm so tempted to turn the air conditioning on and then heating up the air conditioned house. Why not freeze your tomatoes and wait until it's cold in the winter? Reason number 9, my house smells like summer. I don't know about you, but the smell of tomatoes cooking is seriously one of the best smells. Even if you don't like tomatoes, it smells good. So if in wintertime when I haven't had a real fresh tomato in quite a while because store-bought is just not the same, this smells heavenly. Reason number 8, and really maybe this should be number 1, is I am way more grateful for this bounty when I'm working on it in January. I think the busyness of the growing season just kind of makes people lose track of how lucky we are to be able to grow gardens and our own food, and we just take it for granted, and I don't want to do that. And so in January, when I'm already scrounging around for tomatoes, I'm very grateful that I have these ones hiding in the freezer. Reason number 7 why it is okay to be a lazy tomato preserver is, especially if you have children, they are way more willing to help in the winter when they are bored. Maybe this goes for husbands too. I don't know. I haven't gotten my husband to help with the tomatoes yet. Hey, you guys want to tell YouTube what you're doing?
Nope. We're peeling tomatoes and making tomato sauce.
Who likes tomato sauce? Reason number 6 why this is like the best idea ever, and this goes for any kids, but especially homeschool kids. This is built-in lessons for math and measuring and just life skills that I think really everyone should have. They should be able to grow and preserve their own food. Reason number 5 why it is totally okay is I can be way more creative with the scraps. Today, well last night actually, we used our dehydrator, which is nothing fancy here, to dry the peels and just seeds and things that we had milled out of the frozen tomatoes that we had. And from that, we dried them, ground them, and we are making homemade seasoning mixes. So basically, once you dry them, it tastes like sun-dried tomato powder. I don't know, does Aldi sell that? I'm not sure. I'm sure it'd be expensive. It tastes so good, especially in the winter. The 4th reason why is because the peels come off so easy and you can skip that entire step of the canning process. Reason number 3 is, come January, you know what you have left in your stocks. This year with the market garden, I did not put up nearly as much food as I was hoping to. I've got to turn this down. And so I am already kind of scrounging around for tomatoes. So this is the only frozen tomatoes that I have for the year. I have 3 quarts of sauce left because my 7-year-old loves to just eat tomato sauce. I have way too much chili base that I made this summer. That was like the first thing that I made this summer when I did have time. And I have way too much. So now I know I can just make tomato sauce. I don't need to worry about salsa and chili base. Reason number 2 is This time of year, I am just itching to get back in the garden, and I'm telling you, when you are doing all the homesteading things and making your own seasoning and making your own sauce in the middle of the winter, you will be so motivated for the next growing season. I like to pull out all the seed catalogs and look through what my favorites were that I grew this year and get an idea of what I want to grow next year. And let me show you a few. So this is Baker Creek's free catalog that they send out. I'm going to tell you that this is on my wish list for next year's, the Abe Lincoln Original. It's one I've had my eye on for a while. I've heard good things and I just haven't tried it yet. One of my other favorites from this year was from M.I. Gardner, and I know I've talked about them on my channel already, but I don't get anything from them. I just really like their seeds. They had one that I got this year. It was a 99-cent seed pack called Subarctic Plenty, and it's supposed to be the world's earliest tomato, and I think that was true. We had them just exploding with fruit, and it was so nice to just have plants completely covered. And they weren't huge plants, but they sure pumped out the tomatoes. Finally, the last reason why it is okay to freeze your tomatoes and be a little bit lazy in the summer is because you have way more time in the winter, or at least I have way more time in the winter to devote to getting all of the equipment out, to can and preserve these tomatoes and dry them. It's just so much easier when it's not the hustle and bustle of the growing season. So I finally have my sauce the way I want it. We're gonna can these up. Thank you for joining us for this video. Make sure you click subscribe, and we're going to keep the videos coming.